So Wayfair is one of those great companies that really benefited from the this year when we were all shut down and couldn't really do anything. So the big news today, and the reason that we're up about 17, 18% is because a um, analyst group, Truist, has said that Wayfair is now a buy, not a hold. So let's scroll down here and check out what we got. Truist Securities. I don't know if they're an analyst group or a fund, but their analysts are the ones estimating that there's some growth coming in here. So unbelievably, their active consumers rose 53.4%. It's not surprising that they rose, but 53.4 or 53.7% is truly incredible. Of course, this happens to do with this pandemic that's happening. And while the elevated buyer demand due to the pandemic will likely settle down as the economy opens, of course, people are going to start going back to stores more and maybe start using Wayfair less. Their prices are incredibly competitive, though, as we all know. It's kind of cheaper to shop online than do brick and mortar. Not in all cases, but in a lot. We believe that the company is set to emerge stronger after solidifying its position as a category leader in home improvement and business underpinnings. And I think they did make a big staple with everybody sitting home. They wanted to re-accessorize their home, wanted to throw in some new furniture here and there, replace furniture. And Wayfair is a great place. You can go and get very nice furniture for less than stores. You can also go and get cheap furniture for good prices. So it gives you a lot of different things. And I know that, I mean, there's like backyard games that I've seen on Wayfair and whatnot. So they are expanding into different areas besides just what we think of, and at least what I think of when I think Wayfair, and that's furniture. So this company, I mean, these analysts do expect, they said they are now, quote unquote, very bullish on it. The interesting thing that they did say is that they see Wayfair entering a slower growth period, but a more profitable phase. So let's see what that. Let's see if that pans out for them. I know that I'm not going to stop shopping at Wayfair, and I think a lot of people are that way. This is the incredible thing. Wayfair has gone up almost 400% over the past year, so that's really something. Is it warranted in that regard? I don't know. Actually, let's just look at the 8 pillars real quick. Their 5-year revenue growth, they get it checked there. Current assets over current liabilities, total current liabilities, and their free cash flow. So they pass a little bit of the sniff test. Not enough for me to go and look at it. I would be actually. I hate to do this while we're live, but I just want to see what their PE ratio is, because that has to be very interesting. 181. So that's a heck of a PE ratio. Anyways, let's see how we can trade this thing on a long-term chart, daily chart, and then how we can day trade it. So right now we have 10 minutes left in the market on Monday, March 1st. So even with this big run today, and the interesting thing about this stock is that this happened during the day. This didn't happen overnight. They didn't just jump up 17% and then move from there. So when we're not going to see that gap up, because we're going to see movement on the candle through that day. Right now, our trend is just kind of flat, going sideways, even with this big move. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I do not like, we have 10 minutes left, as I said. The stock is pulling back a little bit. So this wick that's developing, you can see that the stock price is kind of moving down on us. People are taking their profits, but that's okay. If we can hold with something that looks like this candle right now, I'll be happy. What I don't want to see is something that looks like that, where it takes out half of the green candlestick and pulls down. That's not going to be ideal for the last 10 minutes. So what do I want to see tomorrow, or what would I do here? What I would do here is throw a tracker share on long because of this momentum, this little movement that we got today. It has some pretty good volume coming in. What I would want to see tomorrow is a candlestick that looks like that. Well, actually, let's say we end today right here, it would look like that. That's what I want to see tomorrow. And of course, that's going to be green. So we are moving up to its all-time high. This is going to be a big thing because we are over all 4 of our major moving averages right here, 25, 50, 100, 200. If it can break out over that previous all-time high, that means we'll have a power stock again, and then this thing can just keep going tightly up, just keep making new all-time highs. So let's see what happens there. But to recap, throw a tracker share on long, see what happens. One quick thing I want to add, bid and ask difference is going between 42 cents and probably $1.50 right now. Because our stock price is a little bit higher, I'm okay with a higher bid and ask difference. But when I say higher, I mean like 5 cents instead of 1 to 2 cents. 5 cents at the most. Something like 33 cents or $1 or something, that's just not going to fly. That means that there's definite manipulation. Like right now we have $1.25. Now it's 84 cents. But we're not going to want to see something like that. So let's go over to the daily chart. Check this out. Great thing is we cleared this resistance line of 302.43 today. So it got through there. We cleared all of our major moving averages, and you can see that even, we can go back to the beginning of January. There was just a lot of consolidation in here with all of these moving averages, just a lot of junk that we had to get through. So today's news definitely helped break out past all that junk. So if we're going to do something here, if you want to do a swing trade, you have good volume coming in. Let me make this trend line on the bottom just a little bit bigger for you. Yep, we're moving up through the sweet spot very nicely here. Great volume. Let's if you were in it today or you got it today, great job. If you want to do something tomorrow, just make sure you get a candlestick like that that's green, moving up on you, and you will be good. I am assuming that you will face some kind of resistance, though not a lot of resistance, just some, when it gets close to this high. And that's that for a daily swing trade on W. Now let's look at a perfect day trade. And actually we had one on Friday that was pretty perfect too. So the great thing that I like, you notice that all of this gray area right here, this is all of this. This is aftermarket trading and pre-market. So we didn't have a move from Friday's close. It wasn't until during the day, that's when we actually got that 17% up move, which is awesome. That's when we started getting engulfing candlesticks. So once we get over 80%, right here, our 80% line, all we have to do is stay above 20%, or I'm sorry, all we have to do is stay above 80% all day and just see what happens. Just keep adding on engulfing. So probably wouldn't have done anything in these two candlesticks. This is where I would have made my first buy. Add in, and we're above 80%, we're good. Another engulfing green candlestick, add more. And you can see all throughout the day, literally until 3:30 today, it didn't start to fall off. So you could have had this entire run and just keep adding on engulfing candlestick, engulfment, 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 engulfment. Could have just kept adding if you wanted to, engulfment. And finally here in the past 20, 30 minutes, we've turned down, we've broken through 80%. This is when we take our profits. A lot of people are taking their profits. As you can see, we have a lot of selling volume coming in, and we're just starting to fall off. So this was an absolutely beautiful day trade. You can see the market is actually kind of selling off a little bit from its highs. People are taking their profits off the table for today. Yeah, that's it for Wayfair. So the news, let's just recap it. The news that came out today was that this Truist Securities upgraded Wayfair from a hold to a buy, and they increased their target price to $375 from $315. Their stock price has been up over almost 400% in the past year. If we're going to do a long-term trade on this, what I want you guys to do is buy a tracker share, because your trend has not turned up yet. Wait for that red line to turn up like that. Tomorrow, hopefully we get an engulfing candlestick, which is a follow-through, and we will be good to go there. Over here, if you want to trade this tomorrow, you're over all these moving averages. You got good volume coming in. Get an engulfing candlestick. You'll face a little bit of resistance here at this all-time high, but don't worry about that. And then for the 15-minute trade, this is a perfect example of it. You had just engulfing candles all day long, going all day long. You were above 80% all day long until recently. Drop below, that's where you take your profits, and you can see our stock price falling on us. So that's Wayfair. Great company. And if you guys want to trade this, I would just keep an eye on it. Throw your tracker share on, let that long-term trend turn up, and you will be good to go. You guys have a great day. And if you like this, join the Mo's Muscles Patreon, middle tier level. It's $49 a month right now. It's only going up from here. I'll make small videos all day. I'll answer your individual stock questions. If you guys had a question about this, we would have caught it today. Yeah, it's great. It's a great area to be in. Great community of people that are talking about trading all day and options. And that's that. So you guys have a great day. Talk to you later.